There is almost no limit to what you can explore with telecrm's MCP. But before you dive into it, there are a few things worth knowing. And that's exactly what we'll discuss in this video. Hello folks, I'm Zed, and in today's video, I'm going to outline how you can make the best use of telecrm's MCP, what questions you can ask, and what are some of the do's and don'ts. Let's start with knowing what your AI can actually access when you connect it to telecrm. For now, AI in telecrm can access your workspace stages, lead statuses, team members activity, custom fields, and action history. That's essentially the entire picture of your business. Who's doing what, where leads are sitting, and how your workspace is structured. Also, there are a lot of other interesting things that you'll be able to do with telecrm's MCP. I will not be revealing them in this video, but I'm sure you will love it. So stay tuned for those updates. Now, on to business. The best way to explore how powerful MCP can be is to explore it yourself. But there are certain rules that you'll have to follow to ensure that your answers are accurate and actionable. Let's start. Number one, be specific. When you ask simple prompts like, give me all the leads assigned to Mirza, the answer will be accurate, straightforward, and will be generated in no time. But the moment you start up putting complex questions, the AI will start assuming, and those assumptions may not match yours. Take this for example. If you ask which hot deals have had no call in the last 15 days, the AI doesn't know what hot means in your workspace. It might consider lead status, high ticket size, or even payment pending as hot deals. And if you ask the same question again, it may interpret it differently and give you a different answer altogether. The key here is to be very specific. Take this for example. Which leads that have been marked as hot in the sales funnel have had no call in the past 15 days? Now, this is a very specific prompt and it's working with your definition, not the AI's assumption. Number two, define a timeline. Without a timeline, the AI will simply take the path of the least resistance. So if you ask something like, what is my lead conversion rate? The AI will sample your data for 1 day. But that is not an accurate reflection of how your business is performing. So every prompt needs a time foundation. So you'll have to ask something like, what has been my lead conversion rate for the past 90 days? Or 30 days? Or 1 quarter? Or whatever your desired outcome is. Number three, ask about parameters. Once you get an answer, follow up with a question like, what parameters did you use to get to this answer? Do this as a habit when asking complex questions about revenue forecasting, connectivity rates, and lead source tracking to identify any inconsistencies in the approach undertaken by AI, and then you can rectify it if needed. 4. Keep your workspace settings clean. If your lead statuses and custom fields are inconsistently set up, or if their names are overlapping with each other, the AI will get confused and it will give you inconsistent and inaccurate answers. So make sure that your workspace is clean and simple. Number 5, ask for an action plan. Once you have the desired data, go one step further with it. Ask the AI what you can do with it. For example, based on the results that you have generated, what should my team prioritize this week? And devise an action plan for me. The AI isn't just a reporting tool. It can help you decide what to do next. These 5 pointers are all you need to get started confidently. And if you have any further questions, you can just connect with our team and we'll set it up for you. Until next time, bye-bye.